Hey everyone, Ash here with the Better Than Yesterday blog. Bookkeeping can be really overwhelming to many small business owners and personally, which is why a majority of people don't have bookkeeping in place for themselves or their small business. Let's put an end to that. We're only going to be focusing on the basics of bookkeeping to keep it simple. And for all of you accountants listening to this, when I say basics, I mean only income and expense tracking. We will save assets equals liabilities plus equity for another bookkeeping lesson. So go ahead and download the bookkeeping template to follow along. Here's how to download the bookkeeping template from the Better Than Yesterday website. First, let's go over what bookkeeping is. Of course, bookkeeping is more than just income and expenses. Basically, bookkeeping is recording your financial transactions so that you can see what your total numbers look like on a monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. For instance, wouldn't it be nice to know how much you spend on fuel or groceries every month or every year? Knowing your numbers is crucial for business owners, and it's very beneficial for yourself personally too. Having the records to show what your numbers are will help you make decisions and build a budget. Bookkeeping is pretty much just a fancier word for being organized. Income is really easy to categorize because a majority of the time you only have a few categories that you really need to track. When setting up your income categories, think about what would benefit you the most. What information do you care to know? Or what information would just be cool to know? Let's look at a small construction business first. This construction owner works on both residential and commercial projects. Now, he has a few options for recording this income. He can just record it all as construction income, or if he wanted to split the income between his labor and materials, he has that option as well. But let's say this construction owner decides he would like to know how much he makes on residential projects and how much he makes on commercial projects. So in the bookkeeping template, he makes two income categories, one for residential income and one for commercial income. The construction owner now has the ability to easily make future business decisions. Let's say he is wanting to see if he can just switch to commercial projects. Will his business be able to make it on only commercial income? Well, since he has the bookkeeping set up, he can easily evaluate those numbers to make that decision. Expense categories will be very similar to the income categories, except there's usually a lot more of them. You just need to decide what you want to know. That's really the hardest part. Our construction owner should have the typical expenses like materials, tools, fuel, meals, etc. Most of the time, the owner should know where the transactions need to be categorized. But the owner had to hire a lawyer to settle a lawsuit against his construction company. The owner has no idea where to categorize this expense. In the template, you can have a catch-all expense category titled Ask My Accountant for these random expenses. That way you can still track these expenses, and then your tax accountant can easily expense these transactions for you come tax time. Knowing your numbers will help you accurately make decisions. The hard work of recording is already done, and all you have to do is pull up the report. This is a small but huge step towards building your books. You do not have to perfect it the first time. Just start, and you will get better and better as you continue to organize your income and expenses. And maybe once you're ready, you can level up to intermediate bookkeeping. But for now, just focus on making your bookkeeping better than it was yesterday.